Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of season 4 here at Sunderland. We are in the relegation zone, but if we beat Fulham in this first away game of the episode, we will leave the relegation zone. This is the last episode before we reach the transfer window. So we will be acting upon your suggestions and hopefully signing a number of new players to improve the team and hopefully overall improve our fortunes this season. I'm going to be continuing to stick with the 4-4-2 formation. I'm enjoying the challenge of trying to make what we've built work rather than change it to adapt, if you know what I mean. Like, rather than be like, right, we're in the Premier League now, we're going to switch to a 4-2-3 or a 4-2-3-1 because it's, you know, the done thing and you'll be more successful that way. I'm enjoying the challenge, much as I whinge and moan about losing games in the last 10 minutes, etc. I'm enjoying the challenge of trying to make my system work in this environment, in this league. So we're going to continue with the 4-4-2. The side, in general, isn't that bad. Rating-wise, we've got 78 rated defenders, we've got 79 and 77 rated midfielders. The strikers are 74 rated, but they're effective in theory because they're pacey. And we destroyed the Championship. Well, we destroyed League One. We didn't destroy the Championship. We were good in the Championship. Stoke definitely ran away with it there. But it's a tough one, man. I think we don't have the strength in depth. Like, we've got a number of other players, but they're not good enough, if you know what I mean. What we need, I think, is like players to come in that can go into the first team so that the players that are in the first team can go onto the bench so that I have, rather than a 71 rated midfielder to call upon or 72 rated midfielder to call upon for a substitute appearance or a rotation game, I can call upon people that are mid-70s, late 70s, early 80s, hopefully, by the time this season finishes. That's the situation we find ourselves in at the minute, I think. That's how I've deduced it anyway. I think we're not far away. We've still been creating chances in games. We just haven't quite been finishing them. And we've still been relatively okay defensively. But I just keep conceding late goals. And I just don't know why. So, let's get a win in this first game against Fulham. We'll also be playing Crystal Palace today. We'll simulate the Man United game because we don't expect to do well there anyway. And then we shall play Leicester at the end of the episode as well. Before heading into the January transfer window, where hopefully we can improve the team with the £80 million we've got to spend, and our season will turn around. But it's going to be a nail-biter between now and the end of the season. This is going to be the most intense season of football you've seen on the channel since Season 1 at Southampton on FIFA 18. I'm looking forward to seeing how it unfolds. I've never been relegated in a series before. If things don't improve with the signings, this might be the first. We shall wait and see. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. It's going to be a wild ride, but let's start with Fulham away. Mateus in goal for Fulham. Hakimi, formerly of Dortmund, at the back, as well as Chiquia, Alvaro and Joe Bryant. Roca and Seri as their holding two, with Gineppo, Tom Kenny and Ryan Sessegnon as the three, sat behind Alexander Mitrovic. It's an okay starting 11, actually, and a number of the players have grown. Sessegnon is 82 rated now, so he's going to be a very capable winger on that left-hand side. Fulham aren't the most amazing of teams, but evidently neither are we, so we can't take anything for granted in any game between now and the end of the season. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode, but literally every league game for us now is an FA Cup final. We really, really need to be picking up points in as many games as possible. But we know, because of the way that the games in hand have worked, if we win here, we will be out of the relegation zone. Let's go and do that. Lumped forward by Mateus. It was won by Mitrovic, but we'll get the ball back. Jamal Lowe turned away. Is there a foul there? I mean, he stumbled, but the referee didn't give anything. We definitely lost possession because of the stumble. Here's Gineppo. Early cross looking for Ryan Sessegnon. There's a first-time volley that, rather unusually for FIFA 19, has a poor connection on it. That's what we expect to see in situations like that, unlike some of the first-time volleys. Oh, how the hell has that gone in, goalkeeper? Jesus Christ, Bettinelli, how many times are you going to concede something at your near post? What the hell? How on earth from that angle there? How has he scored from there? What the shit, Bettinelli? Against his former club as well. That was just woeful. So, despite the fact that we did get a more realistic connection with the first time volley, Fulham have still scored and gone 1-0 up. Oh, dearie me, Keeps. Come on, man. Yes, I shouldn't have thrown the ball and given away possession in the first place, but give me a break. Conceding a goal from an angle like that. Justin. Forward to Maguire. Down the line there to Linton Gooch. Look for Jamal Lowe. Oh, and Ravel Morrison's in the box. This could be an equaliser, and is. That was really well worked. I'm delighted with that. We aren't behind for long. Ravel Morrison brings us back level, and that was really nicely done. This is the first time in any save save coming from the lower leagues, that I've really felt the quality step from Championship to Premier League. In every other series, in fact, yeah, probably every other series that we've done from the lower leagues in any FIFA over the years, whenever we've gotten to the Championship, got ourselves promoted to come to the Premier League, we've always been relatively competitive immediately. This is the first time I've come up from the Championship after doing well and getting automatic promotion, and really struggled at this level with the side that, you know, was good enough to get automatic promotion the year before. It's realistic, probably the most realistic thing that's ever happened to us in a career mode save this particular season in the Premier League, but I'm actually relishing it. The challenge is superb. I might whinge, moan and complain, but that's purely the competitiveness in me. I'm absolutely, genuinely am really enjoying the challenge of trying to get this Sunderland side to stay in the Premier League. Lowe round the corner nicely to Lowe. Cross whipped in really well. Pickford, oh, it's Gooch to the back post. I don't want I've been thinking about maybe signing Jordan Pickford. That's why Pickford's name came out of my mouth. Lyndon Gooch arrives at the back post with a great header. We are in front just after half time. We will take that. What a delivery from Max Lowe on the overlap from left back on his left foot, and he's picked out Gooch with a gorgeous ball. If that had been the other way around, I would have been furious at my left back there. Joe Bryan's attempt to try and get the ball is ridiculous, but thankfully for me, finally it's roles reversed, and it isn't happening against me, it's happening for me. We are in front at Craven Cottage. Sean Maguire, Gooch is there. Look for Jamal Lowe though. Runners around me, one of which is Drew Yearwood here. We'll take the touch, we'll take the turn. Jack Clark, 3. Sunderland, 3. Fulham, 1. This might be the moment that we get ourselves out of the relegation zone. Big relief here. Big relief. Ryan Sessegnon out wide here. Good ball in. Tamori wins that header, and he needed to because he had someone underneath it there. Oh, it's a lovely touch by Jamal Lowe. Jack Clark, I think, got to that. But regardless of who got to it, we will keep it in play and maintain possession. Beautiful little flick from Jamal Lowe. Forward there to Sean Maguire. You would just have to turn to keep possession. Come on then. Let's get another. Ravel Morrison played in for another goal. It's 4. We've not done this in a very long time. Sunderland 4, Fulham 1. We are getting a win. Joe Bryan into Ryan Sessegnon. Down the line nicely there to Debord. He's gotten away from me. Back to Gineppo. Good save by Bettinelli. Well, I say good save. He's just in the way. Bettinelli. Get rid of that, please, Jimmy Dunn. Thank you very much. Ball could come back in again, and it has done. And James Justin this time heads away. And the referee, for the first time in a long time, the taste of sweet victory. 3 points on the board. We haven't done that for a few months in game. I had 4 shots. We scored every single shot we had. Can't tell you the last time that happened. If it ever has happened with this Sunderland side. How many games in a row did we lose? The Iceland international manager's job. No thank you. At risk of losing 5 players. See, I offered a couple of players new contracts. And they signed they would only sign a 1-year new deal. So then they've still got, like it says, okay, I'll sign a 1-year deal, and then it stays at 7 months. So I'm kind of screwed in that regard. But we are out of the relegation zone, a point above Everton. 4 wins now, 3 draws, 11 defeats. When was the last time we got a victory? We lost to Arsenal, we lost to Watford, drew with Watford, we lost to Brighton. We lost to Man United, we lost to Leicester, we lost to Man City. We drew with Wolves, we lost to United, we beat Spurs. The last win was Tottenham in October. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First win in 9 games. Crystal Palace up next. Hopefully, we can make it back-to-back wins, maybe? Or is that asking a bit too much? Waita in goal for Crystal Palace. Husai at right back, Sacco, Van Beek and Ailton at left back. Townsend, Kouyaté, Sissoko and Cordoba in the midfield 4. And Peñaranda and Pinamonti up top. The 2Ps hopefully won't be scoring any at all in this game. It's 4-4-2 versus 4-4-2. I mean, I'd be delighted with just not losing 2 games in a row. So if we can get a point here, I'd be happy. But back-to-back wins would be truly spectacular. Might be too much to ask for, though, I think. Cooch brings that down. He will just knock it short there. And low. Drops his shoulder nicely. Sean Maguire, good save by Waita. Oh, very nearly. Very nearly 1-0. Volley that first time. Oh, and that's really well dealt with by the Crystal Palace backline. Well, there's the first chance, but it didn't go in. The first shot we've had in this episode that hasn't ended up in the back of the net. Townsend. Oh, Peñaranda through the gap to Pinamonti. There's a shot that's gone in. Pinamonti makes it Crystal Palace 1, Sunderland 0. Just quick passing. It's really good football. And then the first time he hit rifles into the back of the net. Can't blame Bettinelli for that. He's just stood there and watched it because he's no way he would have gotten anywhere near it even if he tried. Pinamonti's 7th goal of the season. And we're 1-0 down. Phil Morrison in there to Yearwood. Jack Clark's on the run and he's gotten behind the defender. Will lift this into the middle. Oh, Jamal! Just head it. I've not asked for... Oh, he's offside. He's offside. His blushes are spared. I asked for just a normal shot. I didn't hold LT for a fancy finish. If he'd have just nodded that in, or nodded that on goal, I'm sure it would have gone in. Oh, dear. Thankfully, for his sake, he was offside, and even if it had gone in, it wouldn't have counted. So it doesn't matter that he missed. If he was onside and he missed like that, then he would have been getting some jip from the home fans, you would imagine. It's Jack Clark looking forward to Jamal. Why have you dummied that? You utter moron. Ailton down the left for Palace. Cross comes in. Jimmy Dunn underneath it. Heads away nicely. Sean Maguire picks up the loose ball. Just looking to utilise that pace. Will dink it looking for Jamal Lowe, who will get to this first. Finish this one, Jamal. You dick. I was wondering... We are going to sign a striker in January, and I was thinking to myself, which striker of my 3, Harrison, Lowe or Maguire, is the more likely to be replaced in the first team? I think, so far this game, we have our answer. Lyndon Goots is through on goal. Can he do what he couldn't? Yes, simple finish. There you go, that's how you do it. Jamal, we are level again. It was Goots to put us 2-1 up against Fulham, but he's brought us back level here against Crystal Palace. Monty, Ailton again, that's a decent delivery, but Jimmy Dunn gets rid of it. Drew Yearwood battling with Kouyaté, no, it was Jamal Lowe battling with Kouyaté. We finally come away with the ball. Jamal, you need to impress in the latter stages of this game, my man. If you want to keep your place in the starting lineup, Jack Clark will witness looking for Sean Maguire, who can't quite get to it. Gooch, however, will keep it in. Arriving here is James Justin, drops the shoulder well. Here's Sean Maguire again, nice spin. Let's keep possession. Drew Yearwood, Jamal Lowe is there. Drew Yearwood will look for him again. Nice touch and turn. Oh, it was better from Lowe, but comfortable for the keeper, and there's half-time. He's give that straight to Jamal Lowe. I mean, thank you very much. I'll take it. Maguire, look over the top for the runner Gooch. Again, been one of our star players this season. Oh, he's gone down. Penalty given. Saw the challenge coming in. Went to just turn away from it to try and not get caught at all so I could get a ball into the middle or even turn and then drive into the box. But Ailton has caught me and we've gone down and a penalty is given. Jack Clark is on it apparently. He doesn't have the best pens. 68 is the best there with Sean Maguire. So he'll be the man to try and put the spot kick away to give us the lead against Crystal Palace. Sean Maguire. Sunderland 2, Crystal Palace 1. We might be about to not only go 2 games unbeaten, but win back-to-back games for the first time this year. Sissoko to Peñaranda. Pinamonti. Out to Andros Townsend. He's turned me nicely there. Sissoko, Kouyaté. We weren't in front for long. Another swift move from Crystal Palace with the quick-fire passing. And they've scored again. Pinamonti got the first. Peñaranda gets the second. And it looks like we're probably going to end up with a point apiece. Evander. Big switch. Kouyaté, Husai again. Townsend. Nice tackle by Jack Clark. But still Andros Townsend comes away with it. Peñaranda does have the pace. Oh, it's a lovely turn. And again, Pinamonti to Andros Townsend. Pinamonti's on his own there in the middle for the time being, but thankfully defenders have recovered. Pinamonti again. Oh, don't start this. Every time Palace do that, they score. Thank you, Ravel Morrison, for getting up and winning that header. 25 minutes to go, and Ailton has just run the ball straight off the pitch. I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to take Ravel Morrison off. I'm going to bring Jamie Ward on to try and solidify in the middle. I'm going to take Jamal Lowe off now for Harrison. And I might make a change in midfield well, yeah, in midfield, but out wide too. But I'm not sure if I want to. I think we might leave it for now. Jack Clark and Lyndon Gooch have been 2 of our best players all season. So I find it hard at the minute to even substitute them off, let alone replace them with regards to a new signing. They've been my best goal threat. What I do need in this January transfer window upcoming is just an out-and-out goal scorer. Someone that I can rely on to score me goals when I need them. George Harrison, Jamal Lowe and Sean Maguire have been good in previous seasons, but this year they haven't cut the mustard at this level. Just a handful of goals. I need my Jermaine Defoe. Oh! As soon as you criticise him, George Harrison from the corner puts us 3-2 in front. Yes! Husai driving down the right-hand side. Early delivery. Defender's fallen over. Twice in this second half we've gone in front and been paid back immediately. I want to see a replay, see what happened to the defender in the middle there. The fuck are you doing? Jimmy Dunn has gone to try and diving header that. Pretty sure he's gone with a diving header there. All he's got to do is just stand the man up. What is he doing? What is he doing? Help me, Lord. I'm glad we'll be getting a new centre-back this upcoming window, as well as the fact that we're going to be getting a new striker too. Unbelievable. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a new goalkeeper. You heard me mention accidentally earlier on in the episode Jordan Pickford's name. Everton are in the relegation zone along with us. Or near the relegation zone along with us, at least, because we were out of it, thanks to the last game. And Jordan Pickford is a man from Sunderland, that went to Everton, from Sunderland, and I think it might be time to bring him back to Sunderland. Drew Yearwood. Sean Maguire. Ah! Misses the target.
3-3 now, and
Pinamonti. Through the gap there to Cordoba. Good block by Tamori. Maguire will get to that first because he's got the pace to do so. Ward finds Harrison. Holds it up brilliantly and Jack Clark's in behind, but Husai will have me matched for pace and is much better a defender than Jack Clark is a winger. Maguire to George Harrison. Drives past the man. George Harrison, good save by Waiter. Jack Clark back into the middle. Harrison's there again! We're going to win! George Harrison Oh, he's never done it. He's done this once, actually. West Brom last year, he scored 2 great goals that made me think maybe he could be the answer to our striking prayers. Then, since then, he's not really done anything at all. And now he's popped up with 2 goals again, this time off the bench. 2 headers. With his feet, he's not very good, but with his head, he's burying the chances. 2 goals in today's game. 3 for the Premier League season. 4 for us today. And it might be back-to-back wins. All I need to do is not concede an immediate equaliser to Crystal Palace for the 3rd time in this second half. But whether that will happen or not, I have absolutely no idea, because I am not very good with this team right now. Thank you, Jimmy Dunn. That's what you should have done last time, you bloody moron. Ndoye. Nice tackle. Oh, but he's ridden it. Ndoye. Still just jockeying one way then the next. Pinamonti. Good block. Win this header, Max Lowe. Ndoye knocks it down. Whose side? Ndoye. We are all waiting for the last minute goal that doesn't come. Punt that clear. Blow your whistle. Give me another win. Back-to-back victories for Sunderland. Oh, we weren't sure that we were going to get it in that one. Time and time again, Crystal Palace fought back. 49th minute, it lasted 5 minutes. Oh, 87th minute winner. That doesn't show us the other goal. Let's see when the goals went in, shall we? Not match highlights. That's not what I want at all. I want this one. Match events. 49th minute. They scored 5 minutes later. 69th minute. They scored 4 minutes later. And they ran out of time at the end as George Harrison got us an 87th minute winner. We've won a game in the last 5 minutes rather than losing a game in the last 5 minutes. Annoyingly, Everton have also won, who are down there with us in the relegation zone, or near the relegation zone. So that's frustrating, as we could have pulled away a little bit. But we are still... Oh, wow, West Ham being cut adrift here at 10 points at the bottom of the table. 7 points clear of Watford and Everton, and 8 points clear of safety. But 2 on 17 points, 2 on 18 points, 2 on 19 points, and then there's a bit of a gap to Burnley, Palace, Southampton and Wolves. Manchester City have recovered from bottom up to 9th in the league now. Just as the promotion fight last year for that second spot went all the way to the final month, these relegation spots are probably going to go all the way to the final month. We've Manchester United at home next, which we shall simulate, and I'm going to simulate it with that team. The rotation side, I'm going to take Jamal Lowe out of that starting lineup because, my God, was he terrible in that last game. It will be Jamal Lowe that is the man that's relegated to this second team. And then George Harrison will probably join him, as I'll sign another striker to go up top alongside Sean Maguire. But knowing that George Harrison can come off the bench and maybe score us some goals gives me hope. They're not starting their strongest 11 here, Manchester United, at all. Thankfully, they've got De Gea in goal. Not Romero, but Jones, Paul, Whelan, Durnley. It's not a very strong side from Man United, and we might be about... Oh, never mind. I was about to say we might be about to get a point, but Pogba just scored 21 minutes from time, and we're going to lose by 2-1 to Manchester United. So the result went as we thought it might do, but it wasn't against the sort of side that we thought it might be, and other results have gone against us. Everton have won. We've gone from 16th to 19th. One team on 18 points now, 2 on 19, 3 on 20, Burnley on 22. This certainly is going to go all the way to the final month, isn't it? Continuing then to train Jamie Ward, let's head now into the final game of the episode and of the calendar year against Leicester City. Kasper Schmeichel in goal, as expected for Leicester. Saravia, Cook, Orban and Montiel at the back, which is the same back four as they played against us when we lost to them last time. Bastos still through the top, up top. They beat us with a last-minute goal, Leicester, earlier on in the season by 1-0 after we very much deserved a point. Kasper Schmeichel made the most ridiculous save on the brink of half-time. Let's hope that we can perhaps do the same to them this time. Oh, Maddison's just burst away from me there, and the ball out wide here to Harvey Barnes into the middle. Jimmy Dunn wins the header. Mendy to Otavio. Strike deflected. Bettinelli reacts well. Oh, that was dangerous. When that deflection came in, I wasn't sure whether the keeper was going to be able to adjust and deal with it. Harvey Barnes with the delivery. Oh, all that needed was a touch. Absolutely panicked there as it trickled towards that man at the back post. Thankfully, it was the centre-back it fell to, and he didn't get the best of connections on. Whoever it is there that's their number 4 should have just stuck out a cheeky toe. That would have been 1-0 Leicester, and a simple finish too.
Now a chance to get
Harvey Barnes.
a bit of width into this attack.
Nice 1-2 with Donny van der Beek. Pulling James Justin one way then the other. Cross could come in here, and it does. It's a good delivery, but Tamori heads it behind. It's just our luck, isn't it, that we win back-to-back games for the first time this season, pick up 6 points after getting a few draws and a few defeats, mainly a few defeats, and no one else has really been picking up results either in the league. We go and whack up 6 points in a big old chunk, and then all of a sudden everyone else starts getting wins and points around us as well. It's really frustrating. Harrison's done really well to get to that. And Real Morrison will knock this down the line here for Lyndon Goots to run onto. Montiel is with me. Drop the shoulder. Here's Yearwood forward to Maguire. Jack Clark is there. Spin the defender. It's not quite gone as in plan is intended, but Drew Yearwood's scored a belter. He only scores goals like that, Drew Yearwood. That's a great one. As soon as it was him on the edge of the box, I knew I was going to shoot. I just knew. Half a yard of space, going to pull the trigger, right foot or left foot. And Drew Yearwood bangs that into the top corner. Can we be making it 3 wins from 4 in today's episode? That's a stunning goal. Pick that out, Kasper Schmeichel. 1-0 Sunderland. Corner for Leicester. Barnes delivers. It's a good ball in too. And Orban's up. He's won it really well there. Should perhaps have gotten that on target. Fairly much a free header. Yes, he's got a man just behind him, but there's nobody in front of him. He can see the ball all the way. He was the man earlier on where Cook had that driven effort that went just wide. He was the man that could have toe-poked that home. Unless they're going to regret 2 missed Orban opportunities and let us win the game. Or not let us win the game, but 2 missed Orban opportunities that see us win the game. Drew Yearwood for his second. And now a second! Drew Yearwood! 2-0 Sunderland. Please, everybody else around us, lose. I don't want to keep picking up points in today's episode and have everyone else keep pace with us. I want to pull away from that relegation zone. Madison, short to Van der Beek. Harvey Barnes with a touch and then some good footwork to work some space. And Palace Mendy on the edge of the box, but Drew Yearwood steps in, and he's certainly having a man-of-the-match performance here. Harrison over the top, looking for the run of Sean Maguire. He's going to get to it first. Not many players that would have stopped him from doing that. Turns away from the tackle. Blocked by Orban. Madison's gone off, and they've brought on Matty James, I think that was. Looking for Harrison from the corner again, but it hasn't worked on this occasion. Still 15 minutes to go. Down the line, they're looking for James Justin, but Van der Beek cuts it out. They beat us by scoring a very late goal last time around. We've ensured that our goals are on the score sheet much earlier this time. It's been a wonderful episode, this one. To win 3 games when we'd only won, I think, 2 prior to that all season. To win 3 games in 1 month really is just spectacular. No one saw it coming, specifically myself. 9 minutes to go here. Otavio whips that across. We do just have to make sure we hold on to this 2-goal lead, but I am relatively confident that we're going to do that. And it's been a while since I've been relatively confident of anything with this Sunderland side, so maybe we are turning a corner. Costello. So Nicholson is available down the line. Play him in here. Nicholson's a player that might find his time coming to a close at the club in the upcoming transfer window. Here's Yearwood. We'll lay that in front there of Christian Ratiu, who will not score us a third. He's pulled that horribly wide of the target. He is left-footed, so I put it onto his left, but that was weak, to say the least. But we have overall been strong today. Strong performances, strong form, and hopefully building ourselves a strong backbone to build a revival in the second half of the season. That's the final game of the calendar year, and we can leave the first 6 months of Premier League football well behind us, hopefully, improve in January and get ourselves up the table. We've been drawn against Liverpool in the third round of the FA Cup on January the 1st, New Year's Day, the first Saturday of the month, the first Saturday of the year, the first day of the year. We will be playing Liverpool Football Club. However, I don't think we'll be playing that one. We're going to sim that because we want to concentrate on league football. With Wolves away, with Manchester City at home, which we'll sim, we'll play Wolves, Watford and Brighton in the next episode. But Morgan wants to leave, Ledbetter wants to leave, Kolka's gone, Kimpoyoka's gone, that's good news. I'm going to have to offer some contracts around. Let's see if we've got anyone decent from our youth scout. It appears, are you maybe? I'll give him another month. Overall, starting at 29, no, sorry mate, so much for a 5-star scout there, eh? He has come up with a couple of players that look like they could be decent, but still needing, or still would like another couple. They need 5-star, no 5 stars still. Let's have a look at the other youth players we've got. So, Oscar Thomas, still 60 rated, 81 to 94 potential. Tobias Zimmerman, 59 rated, 84 to 94 potential. That is genuinely quite promising. 62 rated still, Billy Hughes, no further improvement from him. These youngsters aren't growing, annoyingly. When they have the great potential, you kind of want them to start to grow to give you the inkling that they might actually fulfill that potential. Let's have a look at the league table on January the 1st. As we enter the new year, we are out of the drop zone. 16th place. A point from safety, a point safe, and 2 points away from 13th placed Everton. We play Watford in the next episode, so that will be huge. Wolves are 12th, not that far away from us. That will be huge. Massive episode next time around. West Ham have picked up another win, but they're still 7 points from safety. Relegation battle is going to go all the way to the end of the season, but hopefully in this next episode we are going to be able to improve with some players. And fingers crossed we will get the players in that we want, and they will adequately improve the team to get the results that we want. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you sub to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of this intense season, and I'll see you next time.